guys, welcome to this week's Survivor Chat.
It's Game Changers,
Oh,
episode
shit.
7, bitches.
Tonight was a game changer like we have never seen before.
Wow.
We will get there. We will get there.
First, Nuku. Debbie's back in town.
She's blowing in after for her freaking spa time at Exile Boat Island.
Well, those exile lips are sealed. She's not letting on about anything.
Can you imagine if she was like, I was just in paradise for a few days. What's up with you guys?
She's really laying it on thick, though. I think about like, oh, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's a great excuse for
It's terrible.
You know, just being like, I just can't talk about it.
Yeah. All right. Ty is nervous. He pulled out Ozzy's name at the last tribal council, and he's nervous that there's going to be a little backlash on him.
Ozzy is kind of like a survivor god. He's a survivor demigod.
Ty had to throw somebody's name out, though. You know, he had to throw Sandra off the track. So, Jeff and Zeke, possible alliance.
Yeah, they're really getting along well. Jeff Varner knows he's the only one left from his old tribe, so he's like,
got a hook on.
He's down and out, and he's really bonding with Zeke, and Zeke likes him too.
Yeah, yeah, they respect each other.
Right.
All right, so the reward challenge this week was for a pizza party. Pizza and soda.
That was a ton of pizza.
That was like 10 pizzas.
That's crazy.
All right, so basically it's an obstacle course to get keys, and then when you get the keys, you get the little balls, and you have to go boop and get them in the
You got to jump on that little
5 of them
thingy.
Yeah.
What would you even call that? It's like a catapult
springboard. Yeah.
thing.
All right, well, the Nuku tribe was leading. That's Ozzy's tribe. And it came down fairly close to Culpepper versus Ozzy. It seems like there's a lot of Culpepper Ozzy.
Well, those are kind of like the anchors of the groups,
right,
of the tribes.
But Ozzy pulled out the win
because
for
he's
Nuku,
Ozzy,
and it's like 10 freaking pizzas.
That's more than 1 pie per person.
Yes. 10 freaking pizzas. And the Mono tribe is super bummed out. I mean, come on. It's pizza.
That's a huge morale killer.
Pizza? A robot?
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. So they all kind of
feeling
bond.
it at this point.
You know, they're like, this freaking game changes you.
They're all like,
I can really
I got
identify.
home last time and I was a different person. And everybody's like, what's wrong with you?
It was a big cry fest.
It was.
And Brad and Aubrey and Sari really bonded. You know, Brad wasn't there all that long in his previous
But he was
seasons.
talking about the effect that it had on his wife because she made it all the way to the end.
Right.
And he was really connecting with people about that. And they were like, whoa, you're like a normal dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So they have that.
Yeah. So Brad is pretty good at this point with most of his tribe.
And me.
He's got like something a little special going on.
I mean, Brad has pissed me off a little bit, but he's definitely different.
He's way better than his first season.
Yeah. All right, so it's Nuku Pizza Party time! And Jeff is realizing, I'm gonna go if something bad goes down here. I'm gonna have to get Ozzy out.
Yeah, I mean, they
are target him.
You gotta realize they're getting close to the merge too.
Right.
Ozzy is such a well-rounded player. Once they get to those individual immunity competitions,
forget it. He can go all the way to the end.
He can win every single one.
Yep.
So he's like, damn, we're gonna have to take him out. This could be the only thing to save me here.
So he tries to hook up with Sarah.
He was already laying some groundwork with her before.
Ozzy's got to go, right? Yeah.
And Sarah was like, yeah.
All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge, and it is a water one. I don't like those water ones because I keep picturing myself like not being able to do anything, and Jeff Probst would be like,
talking about it.
Freaking Janet's last again. She freaking sucks. What is she even doing here?
Janet is swimming in the wrong direction.
Janet just scored a point for the other tribe.
Hey, it's happened before.
Yeah. All right, so
can't feel good.
It's got like a raft, and you have to go to different stations to release.
You gotta pull your boat along.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Again, Ozzy freaking kicking ass for his tribe.
Culpepper had a little trouble on this one. He couldn't get the buoys to release right away, and Aubrey had to jump in and take over. And that really gave the Nuku tribe a huge lead.
They were way ahead. They were already working on their word puzzle. They knew that it was a 13-letter word.
Jeff Varner's all, Troop Master, Shipwreck. I think it's a shipwreck.
Whole ass!
Well, it was freaking Metamorphosis.
Haley was like, Metamorphosis!
And Mana had a huge ass comeback.
Hey, say what you want, but if you can't do those freaking puzzles, it's game over. It can all come down to that puzzle.
You could have the biggest freaking lead in the world, but if you can't do that puzzle, you are screwed.
Yeah.
All right, so at Nuku, Jeff knows he's the one that is going. He's telling everybody,
like, I know it's going to be me. I don't have an idol, but will you give me the chance to talk to everybody one-on-one? And they're like, fine.
So he leaves, and everybody starts talking.
Well, also, he leaves with Ozzy.
Right.
Who is another potential person that could be going this time.
Right.
So the rest of the tribe is like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Well, Sarah wants Ozzy out. And Zeke and Debbie say that they want Varner out.
Yeah.
And
Zeke is close to Varner, but
he knows it's not good to keep him.
Yeah, because they're feeling like, you know, Ozzy's probably still going to vote with us for a few more weeks.
Yeah.
We should keep him around.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, we don't know what he's going to do. He could flip right back to his other tribe.
Right. So Jeff tells Sarah that Zeke is playing both sides because he's figured it out.
Because he's thinking like, Zeke is my #1 ally, but when I brought up getting out Ozzy to save myself, he was like, nah.
Yeah.
No. So he's like, wow, those two must be working together.
Right.
So then, yeah, he's like, oh wait, sorry. We also wanted to say that Zeke told Jeff it wasn't looking good for him. He was like, I don't want to blindside you. I want you to be prepared. It's not looking good.
We're friends. I don't want you to be shocked.
Yeah.
So at Tribal, Varner knows he's in trouble. I repeat, Varner knows he's in trouble.
Yeah. He
interviewed everyone at camp. And he said that Zeke and Ozzy have a secret alliance. He told everybody at the Tribal. Mm-hmm. He's freaking desperate. He's telling everybody to vote for Ozzy.
Okay, so, like, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. But then he comes out with something else.
He says...
Well, wait. Going into the Tribal, he was like, I think I know something about Zeke. It's not even game-related.
Yeah.
It's just a personal thing, but it might show that he's not trustworthy.
All right. So, Jeff Varner calls out Zeke as trans.
He's like, how come you haven't told anybody that you're trans? What? Are you kidding me?
Everybody lost their shit, and rightfully
except for
so.
Zeke, who was just like stoic.
He was in shock.
Yeah.
He was in shock that after he had told Varner that he would spill
I don't think he told him.
I thought he did.
I don't think he told him
I thought he told him in confidence.
No, I don't think he even told him that.
Well, then how would he know?
I don't know. He just knew.
I thought he told him.
I don't know. But anyway, even if he did tell him, even if he didn't tell him, you do not
You don't out anybody else.
And it's
not your place.
It was like extra astounding because Jeff Varner is a gay man himself. Like, he should know what it's like.
Yeah, to be outed. Ty was incredibly beside himself.
Ty was freaking screaming.
Everybody was pissed.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody was in shock.
That was
Jeff Probst was like,
huge mistake.
Yeah.
Huge.
Not just a mistake, but like, it was awful as a human being.
Yeah.
It was awful.
And then immediately, well, maybe not so immediately, Varner's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, like, his explanation didn't even make sense either. Because he was like, oh, well, I thought that he was, like, out and proud. And, like, everybody...
Well,
and, like, the people here were the only ones who didn't know.
No.
It just didn't add up. It didn't make sense. I think he realized, like, oh, shit. I really miscalculated this. It was just like...
You know what, though? Him apologizing over and over, it's too late. Because you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube once it's out. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So, even Sarah was disgusted with...
What do you mean, even Sarah?
Because she comes from a conservative background and like
I thought what she said was really beautiful.
I thought so too. That she's really grown from all of this and from being on the show and being exposed to things that she would not normally be exposed to in her conservative area.
I felt so bad for Zeke though, and how he's talking about how he wanted
He handled it really well.
He really did. I don't think he could have handled it any better.
No.
But how he was saying that he didn't want to be known as like the trans survivor player.
And I have to agree.
He wanted to be Zeke.
That's awesome that he was able to do that. And I love him for that. I think it was great. It was just, he's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
So, there is no vote. Because
Jeff Probst was like, I think we all know what's happening here, right?
Varner's going, right? And everybody's like, yeah, get the frig out of here. They didn't even vote.
At the same time, I really hope that people are not going to like hate on Jeff Varner, because that is not the answer.
No.
Hate does not...
Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
So...
It was a lot. It was a very, very emotional, jaw-dropping episode.
Hopefully, Jeff Varner has learned from his mistake.
I think he did. I think it's safe to say he did.
Okay. Perhaps he'll be a little bit more thoughtful in the future.
I think so.
Okay.
But I want you guys to let us know what you think in the comments. I think it's like really messed up that he even thought of using that for his game. I don't understand how that was even going to work.
Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments, and please, no hate for Jeff Varner.
Or Zeke.
I
mean, I really hope that nobody would be hating on Zeke.
Yeah, really. For real.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That was so effed up. I just can't. I'm still
trying to process what happened.
Process it.
I still can't believe it, but lots of love for Zeke.
And Jeff. I mean, he was foolish. He got caught up. You know? It was
I don't know what to say. I really don't even know what else to say.
All right. I do. Till next time. Much love.